It's 9 o'clock. I'm Intisar Faulkner.
Good evening. I'm Intisar Faulkner in the KTTS 24-hour news
Intisar
center.
Faulkner is tracking that storm on KTTS Interactive Radar.
Missouri's fuel tax increase is on the ballot this November, and this week Governor Parson is touring the state promoting that tax. Now, if Proposition D passes, you can expect to spend about 10 cents more at the pump, an increase from 17 cents now to about 27 cents by 2022. It's day 3 of the Nicholas Godejohn trial here in Springfield. Judge David Jones asked Godejohn if he wanted to testify. He decided not to take the stand. Earlier this morning, his then girlfriend Gypsy Blanchard took the stand, saying that killing her mother was the only way the two could be together. Godejohn admitted to fatally stabbing Dee Dee Blanchard back in 2015. I'm here at JQH Arena, where they're getting prepped for President Donald Trump's arrival here at Missouri State University in support of U.S. Senate candidate Josh Hawley. And switching to weather, after weeks of wintry conditions in the Ozarks, things are finally beginning to warm up, but not for long. Temperatures are expected to be in the mid-50s today, but we could see some light showers Wednesday, turning into freezing rain by Thursday. Skies should clear up Thursday night, but we have another chance for some snow on Saturday. We'll have more in your 5-day forecast. This is Ozarks News Brief.
He said, "Mom, we've got water coming in the house. I've used all the towels. I'm not sure what to do." I said, "Well, son, I'll hurry and I'll try to get to you," but it was just pouring down rain, like the worst rain I've ever drove through.
A town devastated.
10 minutes later, he said, "Mom, it's up to my waist. The couches are floating." And then, you come here and everything you have that you've worked for all these years, everything, it was gone.
Esther was away from her son and home when the flooding hit Neosho. Nearly 150 people were evacuated in Neosho after Governor Greitens declared a state of emergency on Friday.
I have all my memories just sitting here in my front yard because they're all destroyed. We've lost everything.
And just down the street from Esther, her neighbor was stuck on a roof.
Like they say, flash flooding just happens in an instant. We had people on Facebook, "You need to get out." Well, we can't. Both sides are covered in water. We can't get out.
Wade says you can't put what happened into words.
I was yelling at people that was trying to drive out during the flood, and I was yelling at them guys on the roof saying, "Stay in the house or get to your roof," because they were trying to drive out, and that's not smart. You don't want to drive in this.
Now the community is trying to have faith and pull together to rebuild.
It was kind of one of them things you never think it was going to happen to you.
Governor Greitens says if you or someone you know is still stuck in their home, to call 911. In Neosho, I'm Intisar Faulkner.
Protesters gathered on Missouri State University's campus. This as Air Force One touches down in Springfield late this afternoon. President Trump making an appearance at a campaign rally for Republican U.S. Senate candidate Josh Hawley. This wasn't Trump's first visit to the Ozarks. Last August, he was here discussing his tax reform plan. Organized protests and marches across Springfield, expressing their opposition of the president's policies. This time, Trump supporters waited for hours outside JQH Arena to hear the president speak. Those protesters met with opposition.
Yes, you liberals are being exposed for the hypocrites you are.
I think he's a terrible president. I think what this country needs today is someone that can bring us together. And actually, this man's a divider.
Missouri leaders stepped to the podium to open the rally.
They allow illegal immigrants to vote.
Hawley spoke briefly before Trump made his entrance to the stage, discussing immigration and border security. The president went on to criticize the media and Hawley's opponent, Claire McCaskill. Hawley's running against Democrat Claire McCaskill in a closely watched U.S. Senate race on November 6th. In Springfield, I'm Intisar Faulkner. Suicide is a tragic type of loss that many times leaves loved ones with more questions than answers. Missouri State student Yasir McGirt knows the pain that remains after losing someone to suicide.
My girlfriend, Tamir Pruitt, committed suicide a year ago.
McGirt says Tamir Pruitt suffered from depression. It's been a year since she took her life. She was 20 years old, also pursuing a degree at MSU in social work. But according to McGirt, you would have never thought she was suicidal or depressed.
Me to Tamir, you would have never thought anything was wrong with her. She didn't fit the stereotype for someone who's depressed. Extremely goofy, outgoing, the life of the party. her smile brightened up the room.
But are the signs always clear, and who's at risk?
You don't always see the signs. Sometimes it's kind of an impulse kind of thing.
Deborah Biggs with the National Alliance on Mental Illness says anyone can suffer from mental illness leading to suicidal thoughts.
They're not getting out of bed. They're not going to work. They're not around the same people that they used to be around. They don't want to hang out with friends or family. Their habits have changed. Their hobbies have changed, or they're not doing their hobbies. Those kind of things to really start watching for.
Suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in the U.S. and on average, around 123 people attempt to take their lives per day.
And in Greene County, the suicide rate went from 52 in 2014 to 79 in 2015. And is continuing to increase.
A good majority of the individuals who are completing suicide just here in Greene County are males, and they're typically 30 years or older.
After such a traumatic experience, Yasir is choosing to speak out. Over the past year, he's become a certified mental health aid coach and started a foundation in Tamir's honor. The Tamir Pruitt Miracle Foundation aims to teach local communities about suicide and change the stigma on mental illness.
People start to believe like you're weak or crazy, which is not true at all. That's a myth with depression.
And he wants people to know
that they're not alone, and they're not the first, and they won't be the last, and most importantly, you're not alone, and there are resources out here to help you.
In Springfield, I'm Intisar Faulkner.